Hello, hello. Just waiting for some people to join me. Opening up my chat screen. Happy Wednesday. Thanks for all of the support last week. Well, I had a night off with hubby. So yeah, just waiting for this broadcast to get out there. Hi everybody. Excellent. I'm starting to see people. Hey Tony. Awesome. So I'm here tonight to do readings. My name is Rebecca Lee. You can follow me on Facebook, Rebecca Lee, Awaken the Spirit Within, and you can check out my website, rebeccalee.com. Hello, good to see you. So you know what, I'm just sort of, I've got a couple of decks tonight. Of course, I've got my Unlock Your Love Blocks cards. This is my deck. So if you're looking into some blocks in a relationship or self-love or a single finding love, then Unlock Your Love Blocks deck might be for you. Yes, I am so happy about Victoria, Helen. That's really good to see. Oh my God. What a journey. What an absolute journey. So, you know, we've still got a bit to go with all of this stuff, but we're getting there. We're getting there. Good to see you all. Hello, hello. Yes, so I have the Unlock Your Love Blocks cards. I've got my normal Jackie Newcomb cards, the messages from Spirit. I'll either, tune in on the intention for a message from that loved one. And if I feel or sense any energy from that loved one come through, I'll do my best to let you know what I can feel there. I've got some fairy cards and I have some cards here from Leanne Peters. Leanne and I have known each other for a long time, and I absolutely adore her. So I've got her Speed of Light Oracle cards that just popped out to me this week. So they are really, really cool. So, yeah, just sort of drop me a line. If it's general or you don't really sort of say anything and I'm drawn to you, I'll just sort of pick a deck and, just pull a card and see what happens. So, yeah, really good to see you all. We've started the Spiritual Gifts course this week. So I've put the link, hopefully, in the chat. And it's not too late to join that. So we're looking at all the different spiritual gifts, a lot more than what people know. So if you want to jump in, please have a look at that, and I'd love to welcome you into that course. Okay, so yeah, Helen Shayna, sweet. So I'm going to start with you, darling, and I'm going to pull one of Leanne's cards for you. I do just have to write your name down because the comments just go really fast and then I don't always seem to be able to scroll back up. So I need to know who I'm reading for. So Helen Shayna Sweets. I'm going to pull one of Leanne's cards for you. And welcome everybody. And I hope you enjoy listening to the readings tonight. Of course, I can't always get to everybody, but if there's someone's asking something or some kind of reading comes through that resonates with you, please take it as a reading for you. Spirit works in multiple dimensions and serves many at the same time. So if it fits for you, if it feels good for you, take it as a message for you, okay? So, so I'm with Helen Shayna at the moment, and I have Leanne Peters' Speed of Light Oracle. Absolutely love Leanne, so I'm just sending out some love to her, and let's just see what comes up for Helen. Free in Victoria. What does this mean for you, Helen? What's the next step for you? Where to now? What to do? Kid in a candy store. Sort of. Okay, so the card that's come up for you, Helen, is persistence. And it says patience, solution, question, answer, night. Well, the vision I got when I was tuning in on you is like you were just looking all the way around like this, like which way, which direction, where do I go now, and I understand that you've been through a lot down there and a lot has changed, a lot of everyone's changing on an energetic level, and all of a sudden, even though we've been restricted and not able to do things we were doing, and I know this sounds cliche because a lot of people are saying, we don't really sort of return back to normal. We don't sort of go back to where we were. And you know what? The shops may open and we can start seeing people and all that again. I mean, on a different level. I mean, we don't come out of this as an individual and as a people, I guess, the same as what we were. And for you on an individual level, I just feel that it's still about questioning where you want to go and what you want to do now. I'm feeling a strong sense of family and perhaps, really questioning where you are and what you're doing in terms of your family and where you sit with your family. But the owl also just tells me that there's some wisdom there. There's something that you've connected within your own self, that you have a little bit of insight, more deeper wisdom into yourself, who you are and what you're doing now. So I just feel whatever you're pondering, whatever direction you been thinking about taking, is to really have the courage now to really own yourself and step into that direction. And it's not just making those decisions, but taking a step forward in those decisions, and really putting your money where your mouth is what the word Spirit's saying to me. So really owning and trusting yourself and taking a step forward there. So you could be up at night and perhaps, thinking about a lot of things, but I really feel if you just surrender now to this new sort of energy, this new perspective, this new you, I think things will really shift for you that you've been wanting to shift for a long time. So all the best, Helen, sending you lots of love, and I hope that helps for you. And that really resonates with so many of us, where we are now, what we're coming out of. So I'm going to go for Mona. Mona's, and I have to apologize. I always say this every week. If my pronunciation of your name is not right, I don't mean any offense. I'm really sorry. I'm really shit at it saying some of these names. So Mona Sadwani. And I'm not even going to begin to pronounce your last name, but Mona Sadwani, she's asked for a Unlucky Love Blocks card. So let's just see what comes up for Mona. As soon as I tune into you, I feel a lot of anxiousness, nervousness, maybe some anxiety, darling, when it comes to what you're feeling here around love and love blocks. So yeah, it's just a lot of taking, slow down, a lot of deep breaths, finding your center. I can feel your energy almost like projecting forward, which to me tells me you're perhaps too much in the future and maybe thinking about the future and not thinking about the present time. So that would be the first thing, Mona, that I would say is just try and slow down a bit in your own mind and maybe in your own life physically as well. Bring yourself back into your center, back into your body, back in the current moment. I feel like you're jumping ahead too far. You're in the future too much, and you're missing the moment here. You're missing the current time. You're missing being where your point of power is right now. Okay, so this is where you do have control over yourself, is right here and right now. Okay, so too much worry, too much anxiety about the future around this stuff here for you, and not enough in the present moment. You've got the water healing card for Unlucky Love Blocks. Okay, and really it says quenching your thirst for love begins with self-love. So when you're really yearning love from another, it can cause us to sort of make decisions and perhaps even behave in ways that we might not normally if we were filling our own cup first and taking care of ourselves, loving ourselves, giving ourselves what we need, for the most part, and really approaching love from a filled cup, okay, and not feeling that you need your cup filled by somebody else pouring it into you, because in those when you're putting yourself in that situation, you're making yourself very vulnerable and you're really sort of giving away your power. So first and foremost, I say you really need to find being with yourself, loving yourself, quenching your thirst for love with self-love, exactly what the card says. So, and when you have filled your own cup, the things that you want to experience with somebody else in your life will start to occur. And that's as true as I sit here, because that will lead you away from situations and people that leave you vulnerable to perhaps narcissistic people or codependent relationships, these sorts of things. So my suggestion, Mona, is to just spend some time in the present moment as much as you can, maybe some mindfulness work and meditation, and just really sitting in gratitude for you and who you are, and really putting some thought in, what can I do to make myself feel loved, to feel good? What can I do today to really feel my own needs there? So I hope that helps, honey. Really powerful stuff, really important. And, you know, the work in the Unlock Your Love Blocks, a lot of that work is getting there and being able to do that first, okay? Not being out there looking for somebody to complete us or fulfill us, but really feeling, for the most part, fulfilled within ourselves, okay? And not going out broken and looking for somebody to fix us, but going out as a whole and looking for someone that we can walk a path with, next to, and, you know, and live a healthy life and a healthy relationship. So that was for Mona. I hope that helps, Mona. Sending you lots of love, darling. If anyone has any questions or anything, feel free to message me, whether it's at Spiritual Events Directory, or you can pop over to my Facebook page and message me there. If anyone has any questions about getting a reading with me or about the reading that I do for them, and I try to get back to all the messages. All right, so let's see where we're going here. I'm going to go for Tony, because I'm pretty sure Tony Wickham was my first person on tonight, and I can just see her pop up again. So Tony Wickham, she's looking for a message from Spirit. So let's see what happens here, Tony. So I want you to just think about that one person that you want to connect with, and let's just put the energy into these cards that the right message from that spirit is going to come through to you. And let's see what happens. This is for Tony Wickham. Well, it's funny, like I don't know who you're thinking about right now, but I just get a sense in my body. I feel like almost like I'm vomiting or want to vomit, and I feel like a bit of a refluxy stuff coming up my throat. So sometimes when spirit's around, they do sort of show me in my body like what kind of ailments they had when they were living, what kind of sicknesses they had, or what it was like for them in their physical body, or how they passed over. So that might be some kind of validation there. But I just feel this throaty stuff here when I'm tuning in, Tony. That's all I'm really getting right now. But the message from your loved ones is focus your mind on what you really want. We are helping. Yeah, lots of different things with you. There's a bit of a scatteredness. There's a bit of like an anxiety with you too. It could be a bit of anxiety in this group tonight. I always say that there's a common energy in the groups that come together. It could be collective too, because we're living in strange times, but there's definitely anxiety I can feel when I'm tuning into each of you, some more than others. Yours is perhaps not as strong as Mona's, Tony, but I can just feel there is an anxiety there. Questioning yourself, questioning the future, questioning where you want to go. What's your business here? What are you doing here? What will you be doing in the future? These sorts of questions. So I'm just hearing from Spirit in general that this is just, don't worry about all the noise and everything around you. This person just wants you to focus. And, you know, don't worrying about the future or what's going on, just to focus on what you want and just carry on as much as you can and focus on your goal and focus what you want to do. And don't let the what ifs and the maybes and all the noise of the world and the collective throw you off right now. Just stay focused. Feels like this person was able to stay really focused when they wanted to, like perhaps was really goal driven and knew what they want. So it's almost like you need a little bit of that. So don't know if that relates, but this is just kind of like how the energy feels. But focus your mind. Get out of all the chatter, the monkey mind, all the unnecessary thoughts, and just focusing on what you want. I feel like you can do that when you want to do that. You can be really focused and everything's just sort of pulled you off. So just come back into focusing what you want to do, make it happen. And yeah, I think that's all you need to worry. And that'll really help with the anxiety as well. So that's for Tony Wickham. I hope that helps, honey. Yeah. Breathe. I'm just getting breathe and just know you are loved. You are loved and it's going to be okay. I know that sounds cliche from a message from Spirit, but I really do hear that it's going to be okay. And there's a bit of a lighten up sense of humor. Just breathe, lighten up, have a bit of sense of humor. So I hope that helps, darling. Hope that helps. So that was for Tony. Oh, honey, sending you lots of love. All right, let's see where we're going. I don't know if you haven't been on with me before. I often don't see names. I'm just sort of scrolling and I just sort of get a name stands out or a person stands out or a light stands out. So it's really not me picking and choosing thing. It's just when I stop, I stop. Okay, so I hope you will understand that it's not a personal thing. Ooh, yeah, you guys, we all need to breathe. Gosh, we all need to breathe. Okay, so I have stopped at R.M. Nicho. R.M. Nicho. And Nico, maybe? Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Hi, new here. Hello and welcome. May I have a reading, please? Okay, so general reading. So I've wanted to use this deck tonight, so I'm going to go to the fairy deck. These are Doreen Virtues. So some old school here for Doreen. Of course, she's not on this path now. She's on a different path, which is all very well. But you know, I still love her cards. A lot of her cards. R.M. Nico. Let's see what's coming up for you. Let's see what's coming up for you. R.M. Oh, my whole body's actually shaking. Like I've got, like it's even beyond the anxiety, like I'm shaking. So I don't know if you have like a lot of nerves or it's some medical condition or something like that, darling, but I'm just feeling really shaky. Okay, so I'm not sure in what context that is. But the card you've got is Summer. And it says everything that you're asking for becomes yours in the summertime. So I just feel, you know, whatever's going on for you, darling, the shakiness could just be an analogy that Spirit's giving to me, like it's been a really shaky time for you, or it could actually be a real physical thing that you're experiencing. So it's just really a matter of, I'm just getting a matter of getting through the next few weeks, the next month or so. So whatever it is that's going on, I just feel like you've just got to, again, this whole staying in the moment, being present is coming up again, and it's coming up for you too, RM. Like, just remember your point of power is in the now. It's not in the future. It's not in the past, okay? Those things are relevant, but your point of power is in the now. So I'm just getting, you just need to get through. I'm seeing outside. I'm seeing green. I'm seeing grass. So really to calm your nerves and calm yourself, like to get outside. They're showing me for you to smile. I don't know if you need to like put yourself through like a whole comedy marathon or something, but you need some laughter, you need to smile, things are going to pick up, things are going to change. And obviously if the summer card, look, I'm assuming you're in Australia, but maybe not, but summer is when everything's going to sort of, all the pieces are going to come together is what they're showing me. All the pieces are going to come together, and there's so much sort of happening, not just behind the scenes for you, but it seems to be with other people. There's other people and they're just showing me tick, tick, tick. They're thinking. So however that relates, but obviously it affects you, and whatever they're thinking about and whatever they're processing is going to benefit you. So honey, I just want to say, just hang in there, and don't try to do too much right now, to be honest. I feel like you just need to hold tight, sit still, take care of yourself, your nervous system, your heart, and just sort of take each day at a time, and just trust that things are shifting in the background, and you will see that soon. I'm getting believe. You have to remember to believe again. So all is not lost is the other message coming through. So that is for RM. I hope she's here, and I hope that resonates with you, darling, and sending you lots of love. RM Nico or Nicho, not sure how to pronounce that. Okay, so yeah, that's for RM. Okay, darling, thank you. Thanks for being here. Whew. Yes. Wow. Okay. Let's see who else we've got here. All right. I'm going to go to, who's this? I'm going to go to Leslie Creewell. And Leslie's saying, hi, Rebecca. I would love to know when I would be in my next relationship. When will Cupid be shooting that arrow for me? Thank you. Well, if you know me, Leslie, you know I would be saying to you in my Unlock Your Love Block stuff, well, let's see what needs to be unlocked within you so we can get you vibrating right and get you on the right path, because you have the power, my darling. You have the power. So my question for you would be, well, when are you going to be ready, honey? And maybe we need to see what we need to look at to help you be ready. Wow. And I talk about themes in groups, and we've got the self-love card. Again, I think we had that for Helen. No, it was Mona, I think. Can't remember now. I think Mona had this too. And if you weren't here for Mona's reading, very, very similar for you, Leslie. You know, it's about how much have you learned on your own about filling your own cup, about loving yourself, about feeling fulfilled and love and at peace with yourself. You know, I understand. I've had relationships. I've been on my own. I've been in a relationship again. I understand. You know, waiting for somebody, and I'm getting for you like the difference between being alone and being lonely. They're two different things. And I if someone hasn't put that to you before, Leslie, I want you to think about that. The difference between being alone and being lonely. Okay, being alone is a very different thing. It's an empowered way to be. You understand you're on your own. You're in your own company. You're spending the time building that relationship with yourself, getting to know yourself, understanding yourself, knowing how to meet your needs, fulfilling your needs. So we don't get into these relationships where we start playing these codependent games, you know, where we're wanting people to do and be things to make us happy. Okay, and then we start getting into these situations and relationships where, you know, we're too busy trying to make each other happy rather than knowing ourselves and knowing how to be happy, and just focus on the business of connecting, you know. I don't know if that makes sense, and I don't want to sort of go into coaching and teaching here, but I want to do readings, but I want to say to you, like, you know, this is how much have you learnt about? How much have you learnt how to make yourself happy and be happy within yourself? And I know this could really piss people off saying shit like this. I know that. I've been there. But it's something that you need to listen to, and it's something that you need to think about. And, I know it's frustrating. I can feel the frustration, but it's come up and it's here. And, your higher self is wanting to sort of pour through to you and for you to feel this energy of the divine. And there's so much more that you have to discover about yourself. I think that there's like a creativity in you and things about yourself you haven't quite got to see for yourself yet, that you might not see if you were to be in a relationship right now. So I'd say do a little bit more self-exploring and being willing to surrender to being to where you are, to being single right now, and what changes when you surrender to that place, because I feel like a whole other part of you will open up, and that's what you need to see, and that's who you need to be to move into the next relationship, so you aren't going to go into any lower vibration relationships. So, honey, big. Sorry, but you can do this. Like, I just feel like you need to just surrender where you are. And I think as you do, things could turn around really quickly for you. Okay. You've got this, and you've got the power for this. So this is for Leslie, and I would imagine a few other people. So I hope that helps, darling. Something to think about. Let the frustration go, let the wisdom and the divine come in with their message, and see how that moves you and shifts you. And I just feel something is going to open up for you. So I hope you are ready, and I feel like you are, and willing to be open to that. Okay, so that was for Leslie Crewell. Thank you, darling. Thank you. It's big to take that message, because you're taking that message for a few people. Okay. All right, let me just see where we are. Hello, everybody. Good to see you. My name's Rebecca Lee. For those that don't know who I am, you can see my Facebook page, Rebecca Lee, Awaken the Spirit Within. Okay, I'm going to go for Lexi. Cute name. I love that. Lexi. Love it. Okay, so Lex has not asked for anything specific. So I'm going back to my fairy cards, and let's see what comes up. Careful. Lex, where are you, honey? Where are you? Okay. Okay, so Lex, the card that's come up for you, I just don't know how well you guys can see these. It says goodbye to the old, hello to the new. You've finished one part of your life, and now a new and even better part is beginning. Yes, I love that. It just feels like you were more than ready. There's something about your physical body too. I don't know exactly what that is, unless like that you've healed or overcome something, or perhaps your perception of your physical body's changed, or perhaps you've recently transformed your body. I don't know. There's something about your physical body that seems to stand out to me. Something's shifted there. Some kind of surrendering to who you are. I don't know. You know what? Sometimes the most beautiful people, we think, oh my gosh, look at them. You know, we would be surprised to know that they have such doubts and sadness about their physical form. And, you know, often it's really hard, you know, when you're really in connection with your soul and your spirit, and when the collective can be really harsh and hard, which it has been, it can be hard for souls like you to be in your body even, and to really appreciate being on earth and surrender and be happy about being on earth right now. So whether you're just going through this or getting to this, or you're about to get to this, Lex, I just feel like really coming to a peace about being incarnated now, about being here on earth at this time. I feel like that brings massive shifts for you. About being in this physical world at this time. There are good things to come. Look, things are going to be a little rough over the next decade. There's no doubt about it. We are in a shift and an awakening and a transition, or whatever you want to label it. But there is still so many good things coming and to look out for. So that's what I get for you, Lex. So it's really, I'd love to see you really just feeling and if you do feel really grateful to be alive right now, just really holding on that, especially if all of a sudden you can't be overcome by a bout of depression or hopelessness. I think you pick up the collective energies. Okay, sometimes when you're feeling shit and you just don't know why, and you're like, oh my God, I was just feeling so great, and then all of a sudden I actually am getting that you are empathic to look, obviously other people's feelings, but what Spirit's telling me is you're really empathic to the collective energies. Empaths, we can feel all different sorts of things. It's, you know, and each empath's different. I'm getting for you, you're sensitive to the collective energies. So if all of a sudden, if you're on the right track and then all of a sudden you just seem to be completely laid out on the floor or railroaded, I feel like you're connecting into the collective energies, and, you know, just recognizing that when that comes, and just saying, right, okay, I'm really sort of open to the collective right now. These are feelings. And often when we just recognize these things, the energy will shift. Okay. And that's how it works when we're with our spiritual gifts. You know, it's the same with an empath. If you feel somebody else's body pain, if you all of a sudden have body pain, or what's this pain? Okay. Yes, sometimes it's ours. But if you're an empath, sometimes it's someone else's. So it's really asking the question, is this mine? Is this somebody else's? And if it's somebody else's, and once you understand that, it will soon actually leave, because it's all just messages. Okay. So these are the sorts of things we talk about in my development programs. But for you, darling, I think it's the collective. I think you have come a long way. I think you are ready to start a new chapter. Know that there's good things to come, and you know what, you're going to rock it and you're going to do it. So just really remember that, because I think you're amazing, and I'm just getting so much excitement around you and lots of good things to come. So that's for Lexi, and I absolutely love that name. That's so cool. Awesome. All right, well, I hope that helps, darling. Thank you. Ooh, okay, here we go. That's a fairy card, Lexi. Okay, let's see where we're going. Okay. Oh, hey, Jamie. Hello. Oh, it's good to see you. Thank you, honey. All right. Where am I going, Spirit? Where am I going? Hey, Sonia. I'm going to go with you. Sonia Santos. Let's go with Sonia. Sonia Santos, can I have a spirit reading? Yes, you can. Spirit reading. I'm going speed of light. I need to go speed of light for you. As soon as I tune into you, I'm starting to feel the back of my neck. Yeah, I feel like and I'm feeling the back of my shoulders. So I just feel like there's a mixture of things going on with you. I feel like there's a need to release some burdens, some responsibilities that aren't your own, that often can come through with shoulder stuff. But it's more than that happening with you. I just feel like you're actually being downloaded from the divine, a whole heap of new energy, new ideas, new wisdom, new things to come, new things to do. Spirit is busy with this, guys, right now. I know it seems like there's so much shitty things going on, but Spirit is busy in planning a lot of new codes and seeds and ideas for the future. So we just, Spirit needs more and more of us awakened and opened and listening and ready. And Sonia, I think that's for you, darling. I feel like You know, the bit of work for you is masculine related. It could be father stuff, could be partner stuff, male stuff in general. Feeling a little, perhaps you're feeling a little bit overburdened, over responsible. Perhaps that's where you get out of balance in life, because you tend to take on too much or get too serious, right? And it just sort of throws you out of balance a little bit. So my suggestion is have a little think about that. Think about where you perhaps just tend to take on too much or be over serious or over responsible, because it could have really served you in the past, but stepping forward, you need to let go of that a little bit. You need to let go of being that way a little bit, because it's not supporting you anymore, okay? And it actually feels that anxiety. I feel that anxiety coming up again. So I feel like it can be a source of anxiety for you. So you really need to learn when to step back, when to say no, and really just when to let other people be responsible for their own shit. And also not having to deal with everything to feel like you're worthy and to feel that you're, worthy. That's the word I want to use. Okay. So big stuff in there. Okay, that's the blocks for you to work through. But Spirit is bringing you through energy, ideas, solutions, stuff for the future. Okay, you got the shadow card. So I think I just really spoke about that, about the masculine. Could be some male healing, and then the masculine, your masculine self, which I all just talked about. So Leanne talks about the shadow, shape-shifting, hidden, release, raven. So I really feel like that's connecting to what I was just talking to you about. I would focus there if I were you, if you were wanting to shift some shadows, some blocks. Okay, I think that's the key for you. But also to breathe and be in the moment, because you are being downloaded by Spirit. And I just pulled you a fairy card and you got new home. It says moving as a step in the right direction for you. So this is for Sonia Santos. And I'm just getting that might not just be new home. It could be new home, and it's something to do with career as well. So moving on to something else, perhaps where you're not so burdened with so much that it's more than what you should be doing, and you just take it on because you can, but it doesn't mean that you should. Okay, so that was for Sonia Santos. I hope that helps, honey. And again, I'll go through these comments afterwards, because I don't always see everybody's comments when I'm doing this. So yeah, I hope that helps. I better keep an eye on the time. Beautiful. Sometimes I experience time so differently in these things. Sometimes it goes really fast, and other times it's like it's pulled out so we can just have some more time together. I'm going to go for Jenna. I just saw you there, Jenna. Hello. Would love a message from Spirit, please. Yes, I know. And I seem to be shuffling the Speed of Light oracles again. So let's just see what happens. As soon as I tune into you, I'm feeling like the middle of your back. I actually feel like a knife in the middle of my back. It doesn't mean that someone's stabbing you in the back. I actually feel like, and it could mean a whole load of different things. What am I getting for Jenna? I just feel like I just keep getting the word balance for you, that you need to balance between being in the world, in the physical world, and being in the spirit world, or daydreaming. I'm getting a lot of daydreaming, wandering, and again for you, perhaps being too much in the future, too much in the past. Need to get in the present moment. I really understand, guys, that we're either floating off to the future or floating off to the past, or sort of leaving our bodies at the moment, because it's a coping mechanism that we have all learned, and we've perhaps not realized or been aware of it over our lifetimes. But I suggest everyone be aware of how present they are in their bodies at this time. We all need to be here, and we all need to be aware of what's happening around us and in our lives. If what's happening in the collective world is too much, be aware of what's happening within you and around in your direct world. Okay, stay present, stay here, stay here. This is what I'm getting for you, Jenna. Stay present in the physical world. Okay. you're just drifting off a lot. Just drifting off a lot is what I'm getting. So you need to stay here, and you can't go and join your loved ones in spirit is what I'm hearing them say. It's, maybe that's why you sort of leave your body and drift off a little bit, because you would like to sometimes just sort of take off. Bit of a theme actually really in this group, and oh gosh, I've certainly been there many times in my life, really yearning for home, really wanting to go home. So I feel like that's a little bit for all of us, or for most of us here tonight, so Spirit's just saying, like we're powerful, we chose to be here, even if we don't understand it or it's too much sometimes, we chose to be here, and we will soon see individually and collectively in time why we did. We're important. Each one of us is important. We have to stay here. We have to stay in our bodies. Jenna, that's really important for you. It's really important for you. Your family needs you to be present, okay, and needs you to be in your role, whatever that role is in your life. There's that you have a part to play, and I'm getting that you need to take yourself a little bit more seriously, and that you have more power and more impact than what you realize. This is for Jenna Vost. Okay, so darling, it's like you need to get on with something, and Spirit's giving you a little bit of a kick and saying it's time to it's time to get going with something. It's time to move on. It's time to move forward. It's time. It may be a little overdue, but it's time. Okay, this is for Jenna. You also got a card that says we care about you and we want you to take care of yourself. You need to be in your body and you need to take care of yourself. And yes, it is something for a lot of us right now. We can't drift off. We've got to take care of our physical bodies, especially right now, and we've got to be in the moment. We've got to be in our power. We do impact the world around us, and it's time for us to see that. So, and even as I'm talking about that, Jenna, I can feel that pain in your back just starting to release. So if you've been having any kind of back pain or anything like that, as I'm talking about you doing that and feeling that and coming back into your body, taking, standing in your power and taking a step forward, I can feel that pain alleviate. So that could be key for you. All right. So that was for Jenna Vost and anyone else that connects to that right now. So we need to stay here. We need to stand tall. We need to be here, be strong. And, things are going to reveal themselves more and more. Okay. And we're going to understand ourselves more and more as the next few months pass. Okay, so that's for Jenna, and Spirit's telling me that's for quite a few of us as well. So darling, thanks Jenna, I love your support every week, and thank you always for being here. I can really feel you in the space, so thank you darling, I really appreciate that. Oh, let's take a breath. That was a big one. That's a big one for all of us. Yeah, lots of emotion there. Lots of emotion. We have really all come to this place together. Okay. Connecting and knowing that, so many of us are feeling the same. And, even though we might not know each other in the physical, we certainly, a lot of us know each other in the spiritual. Okay. I'm going to, the name that's standing out to me is Katrina Interlandi. Katrina Interlandi. I hope I'm saying that right. Interlandi. Would love a message. Okay. Well, let's just see. Love a message. Okay. I don't know if it's you, but I've got pains. I've got pains in my fingers, in my right hand. I need to stretch my wrist, my shoulder, all down my arm, and particularly funny feeling in my right hand and my fingers. So Katrina, I don't know if that's your spirit person coming through or that's something physical that you manage, but that's just what I'm getting when I tune into you. So I'll have to leave that with you. And the card that's come out says, focus on the positives. You know there are many. That's a bit of a theme too that we've been talking about. Yeah, so Katrina, something with the hand, focus on the positives. I actually get that you could be a really powerful, maybe often opinionated person, and you have a strength and a fierceness, and it seems like that spirit, those in spirit, loved ones, spirit team, really admire that about you. And it's almost like I can hear them laughing. Sometimes too much for your own good is what I hear. That could get you into trouble, but they're saying that you often miss things. You often overlook things and miss the point sometimes. It's not having a go at you or a judgment or anything, but it's that sometimes you question why sometimes things are in relationship for you, or why you end up in a certain situation or predicament over and over again. They're saying you can be a bit like a bull at a gate. So listen, sometimes that will help you, and maybe make some of your experiences in the physical world go a little bit easier, ease some anxiety off you, and have a little bit more fun. Okay, this is for Katrina Interlandi. Need to have a little bit more fun. Sometimes even when you feel like you could say something, maybe for now anyway, maybe just for now, just have a little bit of a break and observe. Okay, there's some things you need to observe quietly to yourself, because you know, if you're talking, you're going to miss some things. So they're asking you to just observe a little bit more for a moment, because there's some things that you need to see. So I hope that that's no offensive, because I can just feel so much love coming to you, and pride and admiration, and there's so many positive feelings from the other side. But for you, and for there could be something around a job as well. So for you and where you are right now, it's really important just to zip it a little and just listen and observe, because I think you're going to pick some things up that you haven't picked up before, and it's going to be some really crucial information for you to help you move forward. Okay, so that's for Katrina Interlandi. I hope that helps, darling. Okay, yes, beautiful. Okay. All right, so I'm going to Colette Jade. Her name stuck out to me before. So this is for Colette Jade. So the message that I see that you've written now, Colette, is that you can relate to some of the messages. That's great. You're seeking something particular through your guide. Okay. All right. Well, all I can do is just shuffle, and, you know, it may or may not be what you're looking for, but let's see what happens. When I tune into you, I'm feeling lower back pains in the lower back. It could have even been an injury there at some point. I don't know, but it just feels like there's a bit of a blockage there. I think this can relate to first, maybe second chakra stuff for you. So there's some things that you, there's some beliefs, okay, some beliefs around what you can do, and you know, to meet your needs and to have things sorted out. But I'm just getting there's something about sexual, you know, like I'm just getting like perhaps this is around some kind of sexual healing or sexual question or something like that. I'm really sorry if this is, but just where I just feel like something something's ready to just pop and release there. So particularly just feeling at first chakra, allowing love in. It's about relationship. It's about your feelings, your experiences in relationship, and what you really want in this world in that regard. So I'm really trying to carefully pick my words here, Colette, and I hope that you're just going to have to take them and interpret them as you would like to, as they mean to you. Okay, but I just feel that there's a need for some healing there. That's all I want to say. So the card that I pulled for you is Autumn. And it says, in the fall season, everything comes together and you reap wonderful harvests of abundance. Really sort of fits into the first chakra stuff I was thinking, because first chakra is about meeting those survival needs, our main needs, without, this is our manifestation center. This is about, where we look at all our beliefs, where we heal any sexual stuff, where we heal, old physical relationships, so we can really allow and let our abundance in, and really start thriving rather than just focusing on surviving. So depending where you are, but the fall, which is autumn, we call it autumn here in Australia. Looks like that's when things will come together. In the meantime, I would be looking at how you perceive certain things around your capacity to manifest, and I would be looking at your beliefs around relationship and how you can create the relationship that you want, and and believing that you can create that. So that's the energy I picked, darling. I don't know if that that resonates with what you were looking for, but that's what's coming through me, okay, for you. So that is for Colette Jade, and I'm going to leave that with you, honey, and you're welcome to message me later if you want me to clarify any of that or talk to any of that, and I will happily do that. So yes, that was for Colette Jade. Thank you, darling. Oh, taking a breath. Okay. Okay. I'm going to go to Elle. She really needs a card. Elle Fraser Hicks. She really needs a card. Oh, I've got two that I want to pull for you. I'll see what happens. I'm going to do a Love Blocks card and then probably a Messages from Heaven. And got some thunder going on. Oh, I'm glad, Colette. Yes, 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 yes. Beautiful, darling. Well done. Because, sometimes when I'm talking, I'm saying words, and I'm trusting you guys are not just hearing my words, because I'm talking to you energetically, and I want you to feel my energy, and I want you to feel what I'm not saying as well. And I feel like you've just done that. Beautiful. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm glad that you understood that. Thank you. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Don't you love being able to communicate through more than words? I find that happens in my sessions with people, even if they don't feel like they're psychic or intuitive, because I always struggle. I've always struggled with words when connecting with energy and spirit. I'm not an educated person, guys. I don't have a lot of vocabulary. I say fuck a lot. It's such a multi-dimensional word because, I'm communicating on other levels, and other people can do that and they don't even realize it's happening. So Colette, I just feel is a good example of what's happened just there. It's beautiful. And you're probably doing it too a lot. So I'm with Elle though. I'm with Elle. L-E-L-L. She needs a card. She really, really needs a card. So, honey, you've got visualize. Visualize, visualize, visualize. This happened earlier with some of the ladies earlier on, and where spirit was saying, don't worry about all the chaos going on around us. It can really pull us off path. It can really pull us off track. Just focus on what you want to do. Don't think about, the world's all caving in or this or that, or get pulled off on things that Look, I know there's a lot of things, important things being discussed, but if we get wrapped up in being angry or worried or fearful or whatever, it's just, I feel like it's distracting us. It's distracting us and it's pulling us out of our power. And I've had to remember that. Just focus back on what we're here to do, what our purpose was before all this shit started blowing up. Get back on track, visualize, refocus, go back in, spend some time just journaling, writing, doodling, drawing, and, get back to what you wanted. Don't worry about what's happening around, and that's not a disrespectful thing to the world or anything that's happened. Just let's get back to what you're here to do, what you want to do, okay? And you're just going to feel a lot less drained, to be honest. I feel that you're going to feel a lot less drained. So you just need to refocus and trust that what you want to do can happen. And just don't let yourself be drained by all the noise that's going on around. I needed to pull you 2 cards from the messages from Spirit. The first card you got was the same as the other lady, about focusing on the positives, because there are many. So I feel like, yes, just get back into optimism, positivity, focusing back on your goals and your dreams, and believe again. Also got change can bring you new life and energy. We will hold your hand, okay? And I don't know if you have a parent in spirit, but there's definitely an elder in spirit who's just really wanting to support you and hold you, and really just, wanting to nurture that child, that inner child of you, but you have to do that for you too, and you can do that. So just dream again, dream and believe again. I think that'll really help you. And that was for Elle, okay? So I hope that helps. That's for Elle Fraser Hicks. So hopefully she's still around and has got that message. Okay. All right, where are we going, Spirit? Where are we going? Mm-hmm. Okay. Gail Brokelman, please need guidance. Okay, Gail, let's see what's going on. Need guidance from Spirit. Okay. Gail Broekelman. Sorry if I'm not pronouncing that right. Broeck. Okay, Gail. Yeah. Okay, so Gail, I don't know. Honey, I don't know if you're sitting with something that you can't share, or there's something that you've been sitting with for a long time that you need to share, whether that's secret, family secret, something like this. I'm not sure, but something's ready to come out. Something's ready to be shared or revealed. I need to go over here. So darling, I just feel like there's a lot of stuff going on around you, and again, feeling the anxiety, but I just feel like you are about to crack through something really big and really old and really deep, okay? And it may be it may involve somebody else as well, okay? So I don't feel like this is just about you. I feel like this is about someone else as well. Not getting the context, just saying what I'm going to say. You'll need to, I trust that you put that in your life and work that out. But I'm just getting that something's going to come out. You've got the golden light card, the healed card of Leanne's. It's actually really gorgeous. I'm going to show you. Okay, and it says, which way am I going? It says golden light, wounds, blocks dissolve. So I feel like something, as I said to you, I feel for you that something big's going to come out. I'm not sure if you actually realize it or not, to be honest, what exactly that is and what that means, but I feel like that's going to make itself known to you. You need to breathe, okay, and you need to once this all starts coming out and this starts to be healed, okay, whatever this is around, again, it could be someone in spirit as well this connects to. I just feel like it's going to be time for you and for you to finally focus on yourself and doing things for yourself in your life, okay? And you got the life purpose card. Okay, this could be involving a relationship as well, because our life purpose and our relationships are really intimately connected. So it feels like, you know, as this stuff resolves and finishes up and completes, because I feel like that's what's happening, something's about to finish up and complete, that you're going to focus on the right path. And, you know, I see love, I see purpose, I see fun, I see you focusing back on you. I don't even know if you've focused on you in this lifetime, to be honest, because there's just so much stuff. So there's just, I just feel there's a lot of family stuff. There's a lot of stuff around you. I just don't even see like room for you to think about you and who you are and what you actually want to do here and what you want to experience here. So I don't know if this answers your question, and maybe this is a little bit deep right now, but I think that it will continue to unfold in you and make sense to you, okay? Again, there's a lot there that really sort of needs to unravel itself, okay? All right, so there's just a lot there, Gail, but all I can say is that as more of these blocks begin to open up within you and heal, that things will start to be on the right path and life won't feel so heavy and dark, okay, because I feel like that's how it feels for you. And if you want to message me afterwards, that's fine, and I can chat to you some more there. Okay, so that is for Gail. And oh my gosh, that's our time, guys. If anyone wants to ask me anything, as I said, message me, and I'll do my best to get through. And I'll be here next Wednesday, 7:15 Sydney time, an hour earlier in Queensland. And I really appreciate all the energy and everyone here tonight. Thank you. And take a breath, be in the moment, and sending you lots of love. Thank you. Bye.